Hi, this is Ghost17 and welcome back. Today we have got you a bit more Black Ops, starting out with the RPK on Hanoi. I want to point out quickly, the mic will sound very different today. For some reason my last mic has stopped working, so I've had to resort to the only other mic I have in the house, which is my Turtle Beaches. So it does not, I don't think it sounds quite as good as the last mic, but hopefully you can bear with it, and I shall try and replace it with a better mic as time goes on. But anyway, today, yes, 73 and 6 with the RPK. Yeah, I do have quite a few RPK gameplays saved up. The reason for this is a few months back, you'll note that XJaws was doing a Shout Out Sunday series, and my friend Ronnie, or the Palestinian, got onto it, and he won it, and his privilege of winning it was not only getting the shout out during the dual con with XJaws and getting a lot of subs, but was setting a lovely challenge for the next week's competitors to try and compete at and get the best gameplay. And my thinking was, his challenge was to get the best game possible with an LMG on Black Ops. My thinking was that most people are going to go for the M60, the HK, and the Stoner, and everyone would sort of overlook the RPK. So my thinking was, I know, in my true style, I'll take the worst weapon in the game and try and get as good a score as possible. And the best score I managed to get in that week was an 85 and 3, which I posted the other week. It was on Grid, which I thought was a really good game. This one was not quite such a strong game, a 73 and 7. I was still a good game with the RPK. As I said priorly, the RPK is not a strong weapon. The recoil on it is horrific, but as long as you don't try and full auto, it's not too bad. Because it doesn't have a damage drop off, obviously it's a very strong weapon in the fact that you can 3-shot pretty much everyone at any range, which is a very good strength, but you do lose any sort of any closer quarter aim down sights where you actually have to full auto, because the recoil will just destroy you. But you kind of live with that. I do have one other game, which is a 65 and 5 with the RPK, which I was quite happy with. It does sound a lot lower score, but the other team managed to get 50 points, which was mainly down to one split screener who decided that flag capping was his one and only true calling, and I think he had 7 flag caps by the end of the game, which was insane. But that's the way split screeners seem to play. For some reason, they have to play for the objective. Don't understand why, as it didn't really affect their stats or anything. But anyway, that's enough about the gameplay. Today I wanted to give you a little bit of an update about me. Many of you will note I am taking an intermitting year from university this year due to the fact I was very ill before Christmas. I had a variant on glandular fever, which took the doctors a very long time to figure out what was wrong. And today I went and saw a rheumatologist, which I was referred to by my GP. And this was to sort of look at one of the symptoms. That's the one. The symptoms that I was experiencing with my illness, which was after I did any exercise or did any movement, anything whatsoever, I had really achy joints. And, my knees were especially bad. So she referred me off to go and see this rheumatologist to make sure I didn't have any rheumatism or sort of any problems with my joints. And today I sat in the hospital for what seemed like 3 hours, I think, to have some x-rays done and talk to this guy for 20 minutes. And nothing from the scans showed up, so I'm still very healthy. The only problem that was incurred the achiness from the joints was just due down to some of the symptoms that came across through the glandular fever that I had. It's a symptom that sort of wears you out, and obviously it was just one thing that affected me more than sort of each person will have their own take on these illnesses, and mine was that I had achier joints. So that was the reason for going to see him. But one thing that was quite interesting that came up was a couple of years back, again you'll note in a commentary I did a while back, was I had operation on my back where I broke 2 of the discs in my spine, and I had some blood tests taken at this time, and one of them actually showed the fact I might have starting symptoms of glandular fever, and for some reason this was completely overlooked by the doctors when I was asking what was wrong with me. You'd have thought they'd have sort of looked back in their records and gone, well, hang on, this was a symptom then, it's possibly grown into the full-blown glandular fever now, but it just seemed to be completely eluded by them, which is probably half the reason it took them so long to work out what was wrong with me, just because they didn't have this on record, or didn't seem to. I can't imagine they wouldn't have had it on record because they work under the same thing. But anyway, anyway, next week I have got a couple more blood tests to go to. One of them is just to check up on the symptoms, see if they've all gone, make sure I'm all healthy again. And the other one is for you, those of you who don't know, which is all of you, because I've never told you, as I'm very allergic to eggs, and I have a very bad reaction when I eat eggs, or ever used to when I was younger. And subsequently, I've never really eaten eggs at all. And anything with eggs in, I keep to a very minimum. The other test is to check whether I'm still allergic to eggs or how allergic I still am. It'll be interesting to find out. Anyway, a couple of things I want to talk about before this video ends, which is coming up very quickly. Again, a while back I mentioned about a commentator showdown I'm in at the moment, and I really appreciate all of you who went over and posted a comment for me or a vote for me when I asked you last time out. And I managed to win that first round, which is very appreciated against another commentator who actually had more subs than me. So thank you all to you for going over and voting. It was really appreciated. Anyway, the next round is coming up. I think it should be uploaded today as well. And I shall leave a link in the description below to the video, and I would really appreciate you going over and viewing it and perhaps giving me a vote if you feel I should progress into the next round. The last thing I want to talk about quickly is my views of late have been dropping off. I'm not sure whether this is a YouTube problem or something I'm doing wrong. We really appreciate if you guys could tell me what exactly is going on. Is there something I can do to improve? I'm uploading as much as I possibly can, which is twice a week. I really can't push myself to upload more than that. That is my limit. I try my best to interact with you guys as much as possible, and if there's any way that I can improve other than uploading more often, I'd love for you to tell me, or whether it's just YouTube failing me. It's just disheartening when you've got like 1,200 subs and you get 200 views on a video. Anyway guys, this video is coming to a close, so I really appreciate a comment and a like rating, and I shall see you next video. Thanks for watching.